8 bank accounts. Yes, you heard that right. I think every family needs at least 8 bank accounts. We have a lot more than that. Why so many bank accounts, you might ask? Well, think of it like a filing bin. If you just shove everything into one file, it's going to be a disaster. You're not going to be able to find anything that you need. But if you put it in multiple files, then you can go to it and find exactly what you need right away. Brittany Flammer here with videos about budgeting and teaching online ESL so you can do the things you love. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Account number 1, a checking account. Just a plain Jane ordinary checking account that you probably already have. This is the account where all of your money comes into it. Think of it as a holding tank. Everything comes into it and then most of the money goes out of it. Either you send it to different accounts or it pays your bill. I like to have this account at a local bank. That way we can go to the ATM, we don't get charged fees. If we have a problem or a question, we can go into the bank and we can ask a real person face to face and get answers. Account number 2, an emergency savings account. Now, some experts recommend 3 to 6 months. Some experts say 6 to 12 months. What should you do? I recommend 6 months. We have set aside 6 months worth of savings. So if something major happens, coronavirus and you can't work, or you lose a job, or something major, you have a cushion, something to fall back on until you get back on your feet. I recommend having this in an online savings account. I recommend not having it at a local bank account. I like online accounts for several reasons. One, they have a much higher interest rate. The national average for savings account is 0.09% currently. That's basically nothing, so you're not going to earn any interest on it. If you go to an online savings account at this moment, there are some for 1.9, 1.8% interest. So you're not going to get rich off of it. The whole point is not to make money off of this account. It's to have something to fall back on in an emergency. But you might as well make a little bit while you're doing it. I also like the online accounts for the fact that they're out of sight, out of mind. It's just like those brownies. If I put them up in the cupboard, I'm a lot less likely to nibble on them than if they're sitting out there for me to look at. If your money is in a separate account further away, you're less likely to dip into it. There are a lot of different accounts you can do. We've used Ally, we've used Marcus, we've used Marcus by Goldman Sachs, we've used Capital One 360. There are a lot. Just get on Google and Google high yield savings accounts. You do it all online. You do not have to go in person. It just takes a few minutes to set up. And account number 3 that every family needs is an HSA, or a health savings account. Now, you meet the requirements for an HSA, and this is the medical field, so requirements change regularly, but you have to have a high deductible health plan. If you have a high deductible health plan and meet their qualifications, you can set up an HSA either through your employer if they offer it, or you can go to a bank or a credit union and set it up on your own. We have done both. They are both easy to do. The great thing about the HSA is that it is your account with your money in it. If you change jobs, retire, move, that account and that money goes with you. There are great tax benefits for using an HSA. So just make sure to read the fine print, make sure that you qualify, and put your money into an HSA. Account number 4, a car fund. Now, this is not a save up to buy your dream car fund. This is more of a maintenance car fund. Think registering, licensing, renewing your car every year. They need oil changes every so many thousand miles. You will need new tires. There will be required repairs. These things are gonna happen, so be prepared for them. Account number 5, this is a fun one, a vacation fund, a savings account for vacations. Everyone wants to go on vacation, whether it's down the road, a trip with your family a few hours away, or a European vacation. Everyone's gonna go somewhere, so set aside money for it in advance. Account number 6, a Christmas fund. Now, in case you didn't know it, Christmas comes December 25th every single year. You might not know exactly what you're going to buy, but you know most likely who you are going to shop for. You know that it's coming and you can be prepared for it. Account number 7, extracurricular activities for your kids. Now, a lot of extracurriculars for your kids might be monthly. For example, our daughter does gymnastics and we pay that every single month. That's not what I'm talking about. That can come out of your regular budget. I'm talking about irregular expenses. Maybe it's soccer for our son is in the fall and in the spring. Our daughter played basketball in the winter. These are non-regular, non-monthly expenses. They come every few months. We have to pay a big chunk of change. Account number 8, a future fund. This could mean a lot of different things. If you want to help pay for your kids' college, this could mean 529s for your kids. They are a great tax-free way to save for college. Some other options are for future major expenses like weddings, or maybe missions if your kids are planning on serving missions. We like to set aside a little bit right now so that we have a good chunk when it's time to pay for those expenses. Now, there are a lot more accounts you could have. Some of these might include a house fund if you're saving up to buy a house, or maybe a car fund if you are saving up for the dream car. It could include his and hers checking. If you have any business expenses, if you're an online teacher or anything else, have a separate account for your business, a separate checking account, a separate savings account. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. New videos every week about budgeting and teaching online ESL so that you can do the things you love. Thanks so much. See you next time.